Om Hurim Rishiruvacha. The first Charita was Aim. This is Hurim. Om is common. Hurim is known as Shakti Bija or Maya Bija. And Hurim signifies the Devi's all pervasive being. She is pervasive. This first Charita Aim declares the Devi's pure consciousness, and Hurim here affirms her essential nature as absolute being. And finally, the last Charita Clean, she is unconditional bliss. And these all, first Charita Aim, second Charita Hurim, third Charita Clean, forms the Navarana mantra also. Together these mantras, these three, is the way of expressing the supreme reality. Hurim itself as Devi's supreme mantra. One more interesting is, when Om is Shiva Pranava, as equivalent to Vedic Om for Shaktas. In Shakta school, Hurim is equal to the Vedic Om, the sound form of the absolute in herself. And the Hurim is not different from her energy that gave birth to all creation. We are talking about creation, birth, etc. in the Upanishad just before. So here Hurim is no different from her energy that gives birth to all creation. So we link that now, this to what we learned in Upanishad, not here. Before any creation, lot of process is being done in universe. Yes, that is Hinkara. That is her energy. That is she. Hope I am able to link Upanishad into this Charita. She is not different from her energy that gives birth to the all creation. All creation, not necessarily human being. Whatever that is happening here, that is her creation. That is Hurim. Hurim is her power. Now I use the word power. It's a creation. The word power came out from my mouth is also her creation. That should be our understanding on what the creation is. And what an amount of universal process that takes place before even a small creation, like a word. Deva Sura Mabhudyadham Purna Shabdashatam Pura Mahishaye Suranad Madipe Devanancha Purandare Tatra Surair Mahaviryair Deva Sainyam Parajitam Chitvacha Sakalan Devanindro Bhum Mahishasuraha Tata Parajita Devaha Padmayonim Prajapatim Puraskritya Gatas Tatra Yatresha Garuda Dhvajau Yatha Uttam Payos Tadvan Mahishasura Chestitam Hirashaha Kataya Masur Devabhi bhavavistaram suryendriyagnaneelendyunam yamasya varunasya cha anyesham chadhikaransa swayamevadhitishtati sargan nirakrutah sarve tena devagana bhuvi vicharanti yatha martya mahishena duratmana yethadbhak kachitam sarva amarari vicheshtitam sharanam bha prapannaha smo vadantasya vichintyatam. The impetuous, ill-tempered Mahishasura, whose name means demon, buffalo demon. It is the central demonic figure in the second Charita. Mahisha has defeated Indra. Here Indra is called as Purandara, destroyer of strongholds. Mahisha has become the lord of heaven himself. Indro Bhun Mahishasura. He has defeated Indra and become himself Indra. To clarify, in the post-Vedic understandings, Indra is no longer a supreme deity, nor even a specific individual god. The name designates instead of a presiding position in the Deva Gana. If somebody becomes Indra anytime. Anyway, Indra is a concept basically. There is no Indra, you cannot go and see in heaven where Indra stands and all. It's a concept with the universe has assigned certain responsibilities to Indra. That concept is taken over by Mahishasura. He overruled it, overpowered it. In Manu designates different Manus are already spoken. Vaivasvata Manu, Savarnika Manu and all. This is the same is true of earthly kingship also. So why he is mentioning is Medha to Suratha. Suratha has come, having lost his kingdom. And tell that Suratha, look my dear, so mighty Indra was defeated by Mahishasura. Please understand this. That's the purpose of putting here Mahisha's Indra. The second Charita specifically for the king, for Suratha. And it's a reflection from it's a time. This transition from Vedic practices to the devotional time of Purana. There's a change. It's time exactly is written. Veda Upanishad once was the practice, then slowly it became devotional effect of Puranic times. When Brahma leads the defeated gods to Vishnu and Shiva, all gods defeated, Indra, Varuna, all are under the control of Mahishasura. So Brahma leads them to Vishnu and Shiva. And these three are named as Trimurti in Puranas. Appeal to great post-Vedic deities, Vishnu and Shiva. I mean that. Ittam nishamya devanam vachansvi madhusudanaha chakara kopam shambhuscha dhruputi kutilananau tato atikopa purnasya chakrino vadana tataha निश्चक्रम महत्तेजो ब्रह्मणः शङ्करस्य च अन्येषां चैव देवानां शक्रादीनां शरीरतः निर्गतं सुमहत्तेजस्तच्चैक्यं समगच्छत अतीव तेजसः कूटं ज्वलन्तमिव पर्वतं तदृशुस्ते सुरास्तत्र ज्वालाव्याप्तदिगन्तरम् अतुलं तत्र तत्तेजः सर्वदेव शरीरजम् एकस्तं तदभून्नारी व्याप्तलोकत्रयं त्रिषा यदभूच्छाम्भवं तेजस्तेना जायत तन्मुखम् यां येन चाभवन् केशा बाहवो विष्णुतेजसा सौम्येन स्तनयो युग्मं मध्यं चैन्द्रेण चाभवत् वारुणेन च जङ्घोरो नितम्बस्तेजसा भुवः ब्रह्मणस्तेजसा पादौ तदङ्गुल्यो अर्कतेजसा वसूनां च कराङ्गुल्यः कौबेरेण च नासिका तस्याः तु दन्ता सम्भूताः प्राजापत्येन तेजसा नयनत्रितयं जग्ने तथा पावक तेजसा भ्रुवा च सन्धयोस्तेजः श्रवणावनिलसच्य च अन्येषां चैव देवानां सम्भवस्तेजसां शिव ततः समस्तदेवानां तेजोराहि समुद्भवम् तां विलोक्य मुदं प्रापुरमरात्मैषादिता ततो देवा ददुस्तस्यै स्वानि स्वान्यायुधानि च. I already told you. Here we come to a nexus that joins two additional strands of tradition of Purana to the already intervening threads of Vedic knowledge of Bhakti Pantha. So it's an intervening thread, because with Puranic tradition, Vedic knowledge and Bhakti Pantha. This passage introduces us the Shakta element in the person of the Devi and reveals also a connection to the ancient law code of known as Manusmruti or Manu Samhita or Manava Dharma Shastra. This segment of Saptashati runs parallel to a portion of the Manusmruti. This is a parallel. You can always find parallel in this segment of Saptashati and Manusmruti in the 7th chapter, verses 1 to 11. I must tell something about Manusmruti now. I asked already what's Manusmruti. It is a code of conduct of the ancient times. Nobody is able to give the correct time of it. And it is said that it is sometime between Nanda dynasty and Gupta dynasty in this part of the globe. That's what finally concluded among the scholars. What is important is, whatever is in Manusmruti, most of them are applicable even today. Yes. I am talking with authority because I have gone through Manusmruti totally. And one more thing is, there are many scripts by the name of Manusmruti. We don't know which is the original Manusmruti. The same name may have got Manusmruti, we get different versions. Also is there. But the correct Manusmruti, I feel that even today, most of the things, I don't say everything, applicable even to today's society also. At the same time, any code of conduct or code of law cannot be stagnant. It is dynamic actually. So most of the things we can take from Manusmruti and some we can also reject also. Why I am telling is, some people talk about Manu Smruti, and that is there, this is there, that is how you are made and all. Let me say very clearly. I understand most of the unwanted things were included afterwards by the Western interest. It's not the original thing. It's done always. We find in Purana, this, I hope we did not find much in Upanishad, adding as and when. And Puranas, yes, added sufficiently, whatever wanted to added there. So Manusmriti also, some parts definitely not the part of the Manusmriti, afterwards added by whomever they wanted it. So people should not mention that Manusmriti has given this and that and all. It is not useful today. Yes, I can give an example. Any law or code of conduct of a social animal cannot be stagnant. It's dynamic. One good example could be, ever since our republic came into existence in this country, as I know, we have amended Constitution 103 times in something about 60 years or 65 years. 103 times. Then why we talk about Manusmriti then? You take only what is relevant, what is not relevant, don't take it. For that you can't blame whole Manusmriti, it's just wrong. This is what I want to say about Manusmriti. Manusmriti, the 7th chapter, 11 slokas, explain how the thing should be. It should be applied to it or our rulers. That's all. The whole world will be wonderful. We will have a wonderful living. Whatever that stood in 11 stanzas is applicable to our rulers today. We will all live like as if in heaven. So is it not applicable today also? If you want to implement, let them implement that.